Why do we do what we do? Why do we speak the way we speak, and why do we search for the kind of knowledge we search for? It's a search for origins. And our search for origins is a search for a way, for a purpose, so that we live a life of purpose. The reason why sithanda iSintu sethu the way we do, the reason why we love and adore our culture, our practices, our customs, and our ways of being, it's because they were our ancestors. It gave them life. It made them form kingdoms and form families and form civilizations and establish civilizations. So we know that some of the ways of our ancestors, many of the ways of our ancestors, the foundational ones, the essential ones, zisangasiphilisa namanje. We can still live according to some of the most fundamental, righteous, and just teachings of our ancestors, which can be encapsulated in the term iSintu, right? So the reason why we seek out this knowledge, and the reason why we seem as if mhlambe we are outliers or doing something that is outside of the norm, is merely because we know that we can create a harmonious society if we live our authentic self. So our search for the authenticity of our being is a search for a reconstruction or indlela yokwakha isizwe esinobuntu. Angithi nowadays kuthiwa iSintu sichithekile, iSintu siphelile. How do you judge that? You judge by the amount of crime that you see in our society, by the amount of lack of knowledge, lack of love, lack of respect for each other, whether in a social setting, family setting, or even self-respect. We see our results are, and the result is chaos and disharmony, right? So, me personally, as Menz Maseko, I come from a community which was very violent. It was known as one of the most violent communities eThekwini, kwaMashu, eSinqonqawini, kaMshaya Zafe. Namagama ayazisho kuthiwa yikwamshaya Zafe, uyabo, because abantu babeshawa beze befe. The chaos that we come from, we know that out of chaos comes order. But order, you must seek order, and you must love it, and you must concentrate on making sure that your life personally you limit disorder in your own life and in your own mind, so that you can live a life of order. And then ukuphila kwami must be a good reflection to abanye abantu, so that they can also emulate the way I live. And so that without me preaching, evangelizing, standing on top of the mountain and making noise, but through my being, uBuntu bamfale kubonakale. And we know that uBuntu bubonakaliswa ngenhlonipho, ngenhlalakahle, nothando olutshengisa abanye abantu, the way you respect children, the way I respect abantu abadala, and the way abantu abadala and children respect me. So iSintu for me is just that. Konke lokho kunye esingakusho, I would say these are just imikhuba, ngingasho kanjalo, imikhuba being interpersonal actions. They are important, but what is more important is what is essential for us to be able to live in harmony together. And what is essential? Inhlanzeko, inhlonipho. Inhlanzeko is cleanliness, inhlonipho is respect, both self-respect and respecting others, the property of others. And some of these things were already formulated in the teachings of Ma'at, the Ma'at laws in ancient Kemet, Sometimes it sounds as if we are criticizing Kemet or Egyptology and all things like that, those phenomena. What we are doing is we are trying to separate the goats from the sheep. We are separating what is the influence from the West from what is essentially what is Ma'at, which is indlela yesintu, indlela yokuphila enobuntu. That's all. I want to be able to inspire, not to manipulate people into believing what I think I believe, because believing is a conception of the mind. But knowing and living is living. And that's my unpopular opinion.